Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Jackson Hayes is one of the Lakers' options to help on the defensive side. Hayes has been inconsistent this season, having had some very bad games and some good games. The Lakers continue to bet on Jackson Hayes for this season, but it is already known that Rob Pelinka wants to trade him and sign two great centers. Jackson Hayes will not stay with the Lakers after this season. The Los Angeles Lakers signed free agent Jackson Hayes in 2023 on a 2-year deal after he spent 4 seasons with the New Orleans Pelicans. Hayes would play with the Pelicans from 2019 to 20 until 2022 to 23. After being drafted to New Orleans, his role would be limited behind Derek Favors in 2019-20, Steven Adams in 2020-21, and Jonas Valanciunas in his last 2 seasons with New Orleans. This would continue after joining the Purple and Gold due to being behind All-Star Anthony Davis. After the blockbuster trade that sent Davis to the Mavericks in exchange for superstar Luka Doncic, his role on the team has elevated tremendously. He stands as their primary center and his game continues to grow as he gets more playing time. Analyzing Jackson Hayes' elevated role and impact. Confident and ready for the challenge. While Hayes has had to embrace a lot of change with Davis gone, he stayed positive and is ready to take on a bigger role for the team. As most players in the league want their roles to be elevated, Hayes is taking this seriously. After a Lakers practice interview, he expressed his readiness for the elevated role. "You obviously, like wherever you are in the NBA, you gotta try to make the most out of it. Try to make a name for yourself. But obviously, like better fits for better players. And I feel like this might be one of the best fits, like team-wise for guys for me to play with personally. It's just me selfishly speaking. I'm really excited about it." With taking on the starting center role, he is filling some large shoes from the Lakers' previous starting center. He is not someone to be compared to Davis, but he is prepared for the added responsibility. "I feel like I'm very prepared," Hayes said. "God's blessed me with a bunch of talents and a bunch of abilities, and I'm fully ready to take full advantage of it. And blessed me with this opportunity now, with the new team and with all the new guys, and so just ready to take advantage of it." Hayes has been doing extremely well throughout the season when he's been given the opportunity. His contagious attitude and will to learn have set him up for the position role he is taking now. That is a quite hefty workload as the starting center. Hayes is currently averaging 6.0 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.1 assists on 70.2% shooting from the field. Despite those numbers being rather pedestrian, it doesn't exactly show the impact he has on the floor. That is quite similar to what Jared Vanderbilt's stat sheet doesn't show during his minutes on the floor. A few attributes to name for Hayes are his aggressive on the glass, ability to alter shots with his length, and boxing out. With his versatile athleticism as a big man also opens up the lob threat. Their primary playmakers in Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves make it easy and fun for the big man. Considering the starting role for him is still fresh, we can expect Hayes to continue to elevate his game. And even if the stat sheet doesn't show a double-double, most know and understand the level of impact and growth for Hayes in his 6th year are undeniable. With a tough schedule for LA ahead, Jackson Hayes needs to continue his impact on both ends of the floor. Luka Doncic's dad shares what Luka told him after beating Mavericks by Cole Sullivan. Athlon Sports updated February 27, 2025, 3:15 p.m. as the Los Angeles Lakers turn their attention to Thursday night's matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Luka Doncic's father, Sasa Doncic, shared what his son told him after the Lakers' victory over the Dallas Mavericks on Tuesday. This game marked the first time Luka faced his former team since the surprising trade. Sasa was in attendance for the showdown in Los Angeles, as were Mavericks owner Mark Cuban and general manager Nico Harrison, who was behind the trade and faced criticism for how the situation was handled. The emotions and energy were palpable during the matchup. Despite the drama, Sasa shared that Luka was simply thrilled with the win, particularly because it was against the Mavericks. Luka was happy because they won, Sasa Doncic said. About his game, he knows he can play much better. But considering this is still early after the injury, new team, he still hasn't adapted. I believe he will play better and better every game. He'll get to know his teammates better. Otherwise, he was very happy that they won the game, and because it was Dallas, he was even happier. Luka dad was asked what did Luka tell him after game versus Mavs source, believing he could play better. Doncic still finished the game with a triple-double, recording 19 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. He became the first player in NBA history to record a triple-double and add 5 steals/blocks in his first game against his former team. Los Angeles Lakers guard Luka Doncic reacts during his team's game against the Dallas Mavericks at Crypto.com Arena on February 25, 2025. Gary A. Vasquezamain Images. Gary A. N. Vasquezamain Images. Since joining the Lakers, the team has gone 3-2 in games in which Doncic has played. Entering Thursday's game against Minnesota, Los Angeles holds a 35-21 record, currently half a game behind the Houston Rockets for the number 4 seed in the Western Conference. The Lakers trail the Memphis Grizzlies and Denver Nuggets, both at 38-20, by just 2 games for the number 2 seed in the conference. LeBron James. Lakers wanted to beat Mavericks for Luka Doncic. Tuesday night was a highly anticipated matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and Dallas Mavericks at Crypto.com Arena, with Luka Doncic taking on his former team for the first time. Doncic didn't shoot the ball well but still recorded a triple-double, and LeBron James came up big down the stretch to lead the Lakers to a win. James can relate to Doncic, having played his former teams before. Even though he was never traded, he knows how it felt to go back to Cleveland or Miami and play against his former team for the first time. With that being the case, James feels Doncic handled the emotions of the night well. As well as you can, James said. Obviously it's a lot of emotions that goes in when you give so much to a franchise and you sacrifice for a franchise and you have that type of love and respect for the franchise throughout all the journeys, into the finals and all that stuff. He's grown from being an 18, 19-year-old kid to now a 25-year-old man with a family and all that stuff. So you kind of grow into a family with the franchise. When you move on or they move on from you, it's very emotional, obviously, very taxing. It's probably a lot of things that were going on in his head that probably didn't even involve the game itself. With that said, I thought he handled it tremendously. James also revealed that the Lakers had a little extra motivation to get the win for Doncic. Obviously we understood as his teammates that we wanted to try to get this win for him, LeBron added. Obviously we know what transpired not too long ago, so as his teammates we wanted to just try to back him in any way. Lakers LeBron James details efforts to help Luka Doncic adjust quickly. The Los Angeles Lakers have been one of the best teams in the league for the last handful of weeks. They look like legitimate contenders, and this has been amplified more so due to the addition of their newest superstar guard, Luka Doncic. Doncic came to Los Angeles from the Dallas Mavericks in a move that no one saw coming. The Lakers and Mavericks completed a trade on February 1st that shocked the basketball world. No one knew Dallas had Doncic for sale, and if all goes well, the Lakers are in a better position now and for at least the next decade. The trade shell-shocked the 25-year-old superstar, but it appears that he is starting to get his feet under him and look like the 5-time All-NBA first-teamer for LA. Time heals all, but Lakers superstar LeBron James is also doing all he can to ensure his new partner in crime gets acclimated and feels at home. Just want him to be himself when he gets back to himself, James told ESPN. Obviously, he's been out since Christmas and I think he told me or said it to us, that's the most he's ever been out since he started playing basketball because of an injury. Obviously, it's not going to happen overnight, but I believe that in order for us to ultimately be the team that we want to be with him here, he has to have the ball, he has to be able to put us all in position, he has to be him. The 7 years that we've seen in the NBA with Luka, we want that Luka. So we all have to transform our game for the betterment of him, obviously. But it's not going to happen overnight. We know that. But my message has been, just be you. You don't have to confine your game to us. We need to figure it out with you. Whatever he needs, I'm here. So, whatever he needs. The 40-year-old superstar and future Hall of Famer is arguably the most selfless players in the league. All he wants to do is win, and he knows that Doncic can be the player to take them to the next level and, more importantly, take a lot out of James' plate.